Sure.
Nope. You don't even need a cold open because I got a good one right here. You ready?
Here it comes.
What's up, fuckers? The Weekend Podcast here, coming at you live. It's me, John Lee, sitting here. I got Quinn, I got Connor, I got Jacob, and we're ready to fucking talk weekend. Bitches, let's go. Quinn, how's your day going, buddy? Connor, how's your day going? Jacob, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man.
Hey, man. Alright, that's how you start a fucking podcast.
Happy International Women's Day.
Yeah. You're so lucky it's in video.
The eye contact that was important. The eye contact was very, very important.
Very important.
For the audience at home, Quinn made a V shape with his index and middle finger, proceeded to place it over his mouth.
They didn't need to know that.
And then I went blah, 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 and Jacob got aroused.
I was at least 60% chub.
It's more than 50. It's a pass.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's legal definition.
So before we deep dive into this stuff, how's your
As
week
if we
going?
haven't already.
My week has gone great just
Yeah.
because of the fact that I learned that Logic is dropping Bobby Tarantino 2 tomorrow, and I am 100% rock hard for that.
Damn. Nice.
I knew about half of that, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew
I think
all
it's
of
an
it.
album.
I'm having a great week now after watching that Nintendo Direct.
Oh, that was so loud.
Oh my lord.
You just got
And
filled
since
in.
no one's gonna hear this for like a week or two or 5,
Yeah, honestly.
I've dated myself, but doesn't matter. They announced Smash,
Oh, yeah.
but it's not even like a remake. It's like a brand new game.
Ooh. Does that mean, like, new heroes?
Yeah, like
per se?
because like I thought it was just gonna be like a report of the old one, but with new characters or whatever. But like they showed a silhouette of Link, but it was Breath of the Wild Link, and I was like, what are
Oh.
they doing here, man? What's going on?
And this year.
Yeah, and this year.
Yeah.
So
I'm skeptical.
Monster Hero Sakurai is not going to be part of this, so the game's probably going to be bad.
Is Sakurai not a part of it?
I don't know.
Oh.
But, I mean, he said the last 3 games was his last one, so...
Yeah, who knows?
Unless they paid him an ungodly amount of money, which I could see, honestly.
Yeah, it's Smash Bros.
Yeah.
So there are, like, 2 games, one's already come out, Monster Hunter World. Not the same producer, but, like, I consider it, like, the similar art style.
Yeah.
And then there's this Smash Bros. That's coming out. So that's, like, 2 pretty big games within that, like, art style and kind of producer
Fun
corner
fact,
of games.
did you know, we were talking about this earlier too, Connor and Quinn, but Monster Hunter World is now Capcom's highest selling game.
I saw that.
It beat out Mega Man.
That's incredible.
7 million copies.
Resident Evil.
Game's been out for like a month. Actually, yeah, no, I'd say a little bit longer than a
That's
month now.
outrageous.
Like, I've never been one to enjoy, like, those kinds of games, like Nintendo and Capcom and those producers. I've never been, like, a fanboy for. But, like, Monster Hunter World looks like a game, like, I could enjoy
Yeah.
and get into.
I started playing it back on Wii U when they came out with 3, and I was like, this game's hard as fuck, I hate it, but it was like one of those games you put it down and you're like, fuck, let me try again. And it just kind of goes on like that. It's really fun though. So
It's the next coming of Japanese games.
oh man,
Ever since the Switch came out.
Yeah.
everything's coming out for Switch.
They're taking over.
Literally everything. Crash Bandicoot's coming out for Switch.
Really?
Yeah, that was a surprise.
Who produced Crash Bandicoot?
It was Naughty Dog,
Naughty
but I
Dog.
think Activision owns it now.
Yeah.
What a twist.
Friggin'
What a
Activision.
What a twist.
Also, Black Ops 4. That's not, like, a huge, like, shocker. But,
Yeah.
like, I was surprised that it's a month earlier than it
I'm
normally
so
is.
mad at its fucking
Was it
logo.
October?
Yeah, it's kind of...
I'm so
It's a
mad.
gross logo.
Did you guys see it?
I know nothing about
Okay, so you know how Black Ops 1 came out and it was good, but like Black Ops 2 came out and had the 2 orange lines, so it's like, you know, the Roman numeral for 2. And then for 3, what did they do?
3 lines.
3 lines, right? So what do you think they did with 4?
IV.
4 lines.
No, 4 lines.
I was like, come on!
Misinterpreted. It's not Roman numerals. It's tally marks.
Oh.
The 5th one's gonna come out. It's gonna be wah 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 wah.
Then again, I literally can't say anything because Metal Gear Solid did 1, 2, 3, 4 V.
Also true.
I can't exactly get mad. So I got topics today.
Yay!
Yeah.
Actually, I have a breaking urgent matter that I have to bring up.
Do you have to pee?
No,
Do you want me to stop the recording for you?
no, I peed before I left the house. I
Okay,
made a big
good.
deal out of it.
That's
I
true,
made
you did.
Connor have to pee as well. I was like,
I had
Connor,
to pee because he talked
because I
about
put my
so much.
shoes on and I was like, man, I have to pee. But then I said it out loud, so I was like, well, I can't wait now. It's in the ether. God's watching. I have to.
I don't know why.
Go now. Anyway, my point is, I think we have to decide right now on the air if we're all gonna get this black sleeveless podcast co-host top.
Oh, absolutely.
Hold
Are
up.
you kidding me?
What?
There was
I need to.
there was a Twitter moment
Yeah.
about a clothing item that's been
Is this what Connor put in the
Released?
group chat?
Yes.
I didn't get to fully understand what was going
Oh,
on, except for
man.
the fact that Connor used a lot of black clapping hands, and I found that very,
I used
very
a lot
funny.
of black clapping.
Or whoever, yes, I found that very, very funny because we're
Yeah,
all
no, it's
extraordinarily
great.
white.
I'm the whitest person on earth.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
This is the thing in question. I shared a comment.
What?
I should put the description.
If we put this up on YouTube, we
It's
should put a
described
picture up on
online as
screen.
the podcast co-host top.
Yeah.
Podcast co-host top. In a medium where no one sees what you're wearing,
Yeah, we're gonna go
you've
out.
made clothing for that. Mm-hmm. I used to think it was just called pajamas, but
Isn't it just beautiful?
don't you want one?
All the same though, the model looks great, but just the fact that
It's a thing.
Oh, the
Is
name
the
is so
description there? Is the description there?
yeah. Look, do you want me to read the
Yeah,
description for the
absolutely.
podcast?
Please, for our,
Do you
for
want
the
me to
viewers.
Yeah.
Sell it? Sell
Look.
it to us.
If you want to make it in the competitive world of podcasting, you have to recognize every possible advantage. Conventional wisdom has always stressed that the first 3 steps: get your mic sorted,
Heck
pick a
yeah.
good theme, wacky
Niche.
news or super niche pop culture history are always safe bets. And send out preliminary sponsorship queries to Casper. What?
Casper?
Casper the Friendly Ghost?
He hasn't been in a movie in years. He's in the podcast business now.
That's where he went.
That's where he went.
He's the ghost of podcast past.
I mean, he is a white boy.
Yeah. There you go.
Squarespace and Blue Apron. But there's another.
One.
And you
Oh, wait, were those sponsors?
Oh, apparently.
Is this the article? Wait, is this the AV Club article about the posting?
No, this is legit. Well, I guess it's
Or
AV
are they
Club.
quoting
Are
it?
you just reading an article to us?
I'm just reading
just
what's under the...
Yeah, I think that's the AV Club article about the thing.
All right,
Oh
we
my
just went
God.
from we just went from 10 to 0, or at least my interest.
Now we're at 8.
Pretty much. Okay.
Yeah, finish the paragraph at least.
But there's another equally important secret that all successful pod people...
Oh yeah,
pod people?
pod people.
When I
Hey.
said those words,
It's,
I think I got
non-gendered,
diarrhea.
alright?
I think I
It's
got...
pod people.
Pod people.
It's 2018!
Yeah,
I
what'd
was
you
literally
think it was supposed to say Podmen?
Ew. I'm Pod Man.
Should I reiterate, this is International Women's Day? Just want to throw that out there.
Does that mean we're switching to pod women?
No,
Hashtag
people.
feminine.
All right. Okay. And here we go. And it's the magic of the podcast co-host top,
Ooh.
which, like an actual podcast co-host, has returned to public consciousness after a period of silence.
Wait, so hold on. So this was a thing?
Was
Was this a thing that,
apparently.
like, left the public conscience and now it has to make a comeback?
Who knows?
Don't worry, it's
I
not
am-
a comeback. It's been here for years.
I am so confused. I don't know where to begin.
That's weird.
Basically, what we're saying is
Casper? Is that where I'm going to begin? What's Casper?
pod-
I don't know.
Google what
It
Casper
must be
is?
something with podcast.
it's the uniform of the pod people.
It said that Honey and Blue Apron, and I know those are like
It's in Squarespace.
Yeah,
Squarespace.
Squarespace and Blue Apron.
yeah. So those I know are like sponsored.
When we go to PodCon, we have to wear the pod people uniform if we're gonna get in. If we're gonna blend in with the pod people at PodCon and do our pod panel, we have to get the pod top.
If we all roll up to this imaginary thing called PodCon,
It's only imaginary if you think it's imaginary.
PodCon sounds like someone saying popcorn with a lisp. PodCon.
can I get some PodCon?
Large PodCon. Large PodCon.
All right.
This is racist to somebody, but I don't know who.
John, we need to do topics. For
Yep, I got you, buddy. So
Tangent train.
Tangent Train is back in the
the tangent is what we were getting. Tangent is what we were doing to begin with.
Yes. Now we're back in the station.
All right, perfect. So I got a couple topics for you guys.
Also, where's Michael?
Don't know. He hasn't said anything.
Yeah, like he
Didn't say
usually
anything.
says no, I'm out.
Yeah, usually.
Okay.
Oh well.
Maybe he's quitting.
Choo choo.
That was a sad shoot.
Yeah.
That's just like my inside.
Oh well.
It's just like my actual shoot.
Just sad.
Just sad. So yeah. Oh my god. That was just my charger. Don't
Oh
worry
my
about
god, I made a noise.
that. I just didn't think it would be that loud. So I have topics for everyone. So I'm going to ask Jacob a question. He has to answer it right now. Jacob, how are you?
How old am I?
Yeah. Damn it.
I am 20 years old.
Really?
Think about that?
Yeah, it took a
Oh
really
my
long
God.
time.
Yeah, I did. It's been a long
I
time.
saw you.
That's just something that's on my mind because I actually didn't know how old
I saw you
were.
stretch out that 20 to figure out which one you were. 20.
Yeah. Yeet.
All right.
That's
So
gonna peak.
when we did the podcast last week,
You just asked Jacob how old he was?
yeah,
Is that just
And
the
that
first
was it?
topic?
that was a question actually. I didn't know how old he was, and I figured I would have made it a public thing.
What about the.
This is like the 18th tangent we've been on this episode.
I'm just confused because I don't know.
I
Are
didn't
you
know
gonna
how old
ask
he
the
was.
rest of us our ages later?
I know all of your ages. I just didn't know how
So
old
you just
Jacob
didn't know
was.
this one thing about Jacob, and you thought you would wait until
Yeah.
you were on air, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you would ask him this.
Why not?
So, like, next episode when you have to do topics, I can expect to hear, Jacob, do you have any siblings?
I just want to
wondering.
know
Anyway.
a little bit. I don't want to overburden myself.
I think
with
that's a running
knowledge
goof
about
we
him.
can do.
That's good.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
last week we did topics, and me and Connor and Quinn, after talking about food for too long, as soon as we finished recording, we were like, "Fuck, we're gonna go eat some food." We literally went to A&W right after that, and it was a horrible decision.
It was a mistake.
It was bad. So when we were there, I was talking about what I was going to do for my topics, and now we're going to go into it. And the topic I have right now is deep dive nursery rhymes.
Intro sequence.
Deep dive nursery rhymes.
Oh, I do
Because
remember those.
I was
It
thinking
sounds
about
like
this.
the kind of thing that needs an intro sequence.
Kind of does. That's your job.
Oopsie. Shouldn't have said
You-
anything.
Like you self through yourself.
Yeah, really.
Dive nursery rhymes with John. There, that's it.
That's it. Just cut it and put it at the beginning there. We're fine.
I'll put some notes in there.
Beautiful. All right. So,
Beautiful.
so we were talking about nursery rhymes because I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, okay. So just to start off the topic, I'll give you one right now. Humpty Dumpty.
That's really messed up.
Like, think about it.
Yeah.
We're just assuming he's an egg.
Yeah. No one's ever said he was an egg.
That's
We
true.
assumed his.
We just assumed his species.
Yeah.
His-
It's probably worse than gender.
Yeah. Specious.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm a supporter of speciesism.
Or what about? I don't know. Was there like visual art to complement the text?
Well, that's
from
the
the
thing.
beginning?
That's the thing. They're
Sure.
nursery rhymes.
Yeah.
They're passed down years and years and years, right? So
Did they have drawings when they made this?
drawings didn't exist.
Hold
Yeah,
up.
they
They
definitely
they
didn't
hold
draw
up.
things
They
back then.
if we're going with nursery rhymes like as like a folk tale kind of thing, they
Yeah.
probably didn't have words for it, but they may have had some sort of depiction.
Exactly.
If this was a legit thing,
Mhm.
and we're going to like extrapolate, okay, there's Humpty Dumpty, and let's say this was actually like a legend of
Yeah.
England.
Or
The
maybe-
legend of
maybe-
Humptus Dumptus.
Maybe there's like
Basically.
auxiliary content where they're just like they tell a story, couldn't put him back together again. He's an egg, by the way.
Yeah.
And then
Right, and then
Oh, okay,
it's
it's like before you tell a story,
Yeah.
you preface the story.
Exactly.
The story's about an Eggman. Anyway.
like remember, like
Anyway,
just
here's Wonderwall.
in human history, pictures came before words. So like, if we're gonna say Humpty Dumpty is an egg, maybe there was like just a fat guy that they drew on a wall somewhere.
Exactly.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Listen,
I love how we're just assuming like old English fairy tales are being put on like cave drawing walls.
Not in
By like,
yeah,
I'm
we're
picturing like maybe like scratched into a tree.
Oh, I was thinking
I
like,
like that one.
straight up caveman. But like realistically, like I said, put him back together again. Even if it was an egg,
That's just a fool's errand.
Right? Exactly.
That is exactly what that is.
Yeah, exactly. It's just fucked.
I've never said those words before.
I'm proud of you. You learned something today.
It came out pretty smoothly.
It did.
So.
Not
Now
bad.
they're never gonna.
No,
ever
now you'll
come
never
out.
get another one.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was that one. And then I was just thinking about other nursery rhymes.
Well, there was another point, and it's all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put them back together again.
Yeah, what are horses gonna do in that situation?
What are horses doing in that? Like, what are the horses
Why would the
doing?
king's... Wait, hold on. Why would the king's horses and the king's men...
Well, everyone's the king's men, the king's horses if they live in his kingdom.
pretty much.
Well, Humpty Dumpty fell on his property.
Is Humpty Dumpty the
king's-
king?
So does that mean
It's the
that-
king's wall, I assume.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Is Humpty Dumpty the king, and it's Humpty Dumpty's horses and men?
So even then,
No,
thinking,
deep lore analysis.
thinking realistically about, you know...
Thinking realistically.
Okay, so
I
to me,
just wanted to say those words again.
to me, it kind of sounds like it's, you know, all the king's horses and all the king's men. I'm thinking it's like the king's guards and they're his knights or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like, why the fuck do you care about Humpty?
Oh, well, they might not be his guards. They
You know
might
what I
just,
mean?
He might just have some men, you know? When
Yeah.
you're a king, you just got, like,
Like
your
servants and
dudes.
shit.
You're like, hey, can I get some men together here?
Uh,
What's a guy got to do to
Shoot,
get some men together?
Tangent
That
train.
sounds pretty
I just
Tangent
searched-
train.
Tangent
Choo-choo.
train. I just searched up Humpty Dumpty on Google because I wanted to try and find out some more information, and I accidentally put in Humpty Dumpty.
Oh no.
That's not good.
I did not click it.
And my phone has 8 viruses now.
The character of Humpty Dumpty was popularized in the United States by actor George L. Fox in 1825.
Knew that.
That's not even that old.
Wait, origins. Here we go. Oh my god, this guy looks horrifying.
What's this? What's
Have
this
you seen the Puss in
source?
Boots movie?
Is this Wikipedia?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Well, where else am I gonna get generalized
Okay.
facts?
Good point.
Right? So, oh
This is
my
the
god.
second article we're reading on air today.
Yeah,
Just wanna
so
make sure
Humpty
we
Dumpty saith on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
Was it-
60 men and 60 more cannot place Humpty as he was before.
There's
That-
no reference to king or horses.
No.
That's the original,
know.
apparently.
As he was once more. That's
Mother Gooses in 1803.
That's a lot of people. Three
Right.
score. Isn't that like...
3 times 20, isn't it?
Can't put him back as he was before.
Holy shit!
That took the whole.
1842, James Orchard Hallowell published a collected version as Humpty Dumpty lay in a beck with all of his sinews around his neck. 40 doctors and 40 rights couldn't put Humpty to rights.
Did they rhyme rights with rights?
They did.
That's
But rights is WRIGHTS.
Okay.
An RIT.
Yeah.
They're homonyms, though.
Yeah.
Hashtag homonyms, bitch.
Yeah.
The rhyme does not explicitly state that the subject is an egg, possibly because it may have been posed as a riddle. There are also various theories of original Humpty Dumpty. One, advanced by Catherine Elwes Thomas in 1930, posits as Humpty Dumpty is King Richard III of England. Depicted as humpbacked in Tudor histories and particularly in Shakespeare's plays, and who was defeated despite his armies at Bosworth Fields in 1485.
So,
So he was the king.
So I guess he was the king.
And as I suspected, the egg thing is a way to, like, cover up the fact that they were shaming someone's body shape.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say that earlier,
You
but I was
egg.
thinking it.
What the fuck? Okay, here's a fun fact for you all to do. If you ever go on, like, Wikipedia and look up something, just click the link, in popular media.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I just clicked it for Humpty Dumpty, and it says here, TurboTax, a U.S. tax preparation software firm, ran a Humpty Dumpty-inspired television commercial during Super Bowl.
That's insane.
Also true.
Detailed.
I
And
saw
Dolly
that.
Parton sang a song
that's
about it.
phenomenally interesting.
It's actually... Yeah, I'm not gonna say... I'm not gonna...
You know what?
I'm not gonna dunk on the TurboTax commercial. It feels...
Have you seen the Puss in Boots movie?
Where is this going?
No.
There's you know Humpty Dumpty's a character in Puss in Boots, right?
No.
Because the whole Shrek universe operates on fairy tales and shit.
I knew that much.
So there's Humpty Dumpty's a character in Puss in Boots. I'm gonna spoil Puss in Boots for you.
Oh.
Frick.
Spoilers for
Humpty
Puss in
Dumpty's
Boots.
not even a porno.
Anyway,
What?
so
No
upset.
way.
It's not even
That's
a
a
porno.
lie.
Oh, but there is porn of him.
What?
obviously,
How do we know this?
Because Rule 34.
Wait,
that's a
34,
fact
man.
of life.
Okay, what's Rule 34?
Really?
Yo!
Are you fucking serious? Woo woo! Alright. Okay, so the rules of the internet.
The tangent train's got T-boned by
Yeah.
a much larger.
It really fucking did. So,
by tangent.
I'm not gonna get into the... I'm not gonna get into the fucking semantics of the rules of the internet, but basically, they're long back in the day of you.
Back in the golden age of 4chan.
Yeah, 4chan basically wrote out all the rules of the internet, where it's like, this is how you fucking live the internet by, because there was.
Can we still get them?
I mean, probably, yeah.
Definitely, they're memes.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are only 2 rules that I remember. I think rule
It was
63.
No, there was rule
Hell,
30.
man.
So rule 34 was, if it exists, there's porn of it.
Oh shit.
No exceptions.
No exceptions.
Oh shit.
And rule, I think it was 43, was if there's no porn of it, it's being made.
Yep.
The only other rule I remember
honestly-
is like rule 63, where like for every gendered character, there is a fan-made character of the opposite gender.
Yeah, I knew. Yeah, I figured that one.
Those are the only ones.
I've seen that happen.
Those are
basically.
the only ones I remember.
So what you're telling me is that there is a porno of that action figure.
That's Eggman.
Well, Dr. Robotnik.
That's a character from
Absolutely.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
There's so much.
There is okay. I retract my
So, okay,
statement.
okay, I have it right here. So rule 34, and there's like 18 subsections here. I'm not even joking. So
There's 34.
34. There, 34 is there is porn of it, no exceptions. Rule 34 of the internet. What is rule 34? You know, rule 34, subsection 2. There are ponies of it, no exceptions.
This is Article
Rule
3 we're
34,
reading on
subsection 3. If it exists, there's an app for it. 34, subsection 4.
That's kind
If
of-
it exists, there's a YouTube of it. Subsection 4 times 2. If it exists, there's a Lego of it.
That's a.
If it isn't in
That's right.
Minecraft,
It's more of a zing.
Lego's very protective over their brand.
now it is. This is
There
old.
was almost Shaun
This
of
is
the
old.
Dead Lego. Did you hear about that?
Yes.
That was so sick.
These are also less good than the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then,
and less true.
oh yeah, there we go. 35. If no porn is found of it, it will be made.
Yeah.
Okay.
What were we talking about before this tangent? Woo woo.
I have no idea. The Puss in Boots movie.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Right.
Dumpty's
so,
in it.
Yeah, Humpty Dumpty's in it. He's like Puss in Boots' friends,
Is he an egg?
but he's an egg.
Okay.
But he betrays him at the end of the movie,
What a piece of shit.
and there's this hilarious, like, fall on the floor laughing montage where they show all these moments of Puss in Boots' past, and Humpty Dumpty just like leans into the shot. Just a plain white egg with eyes just looms into the shot, like in the corner of the screen, like deadpan. Just looks at this, and this ominous fucking music, and it's the whole like emotional turning point of the story. It destroyed me. I was like, I'm being betrayed by an egg.
Are
me
we-
personally?
Are we gonna watch Puss in Boots after we record this?
Maybe.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's gonna be.
Is it
better
on
than-
Netflix?
It's better than
Yeah.
going to A&W.
Yep. Learned that.
Not to.
We're gonna finish that movie and be like, fuck, this was a horrible idea.
It's so much worse than A&W.
Yeah, a horrible
There's
idea.
no way. But I'd watch it.
Yeah,
I've seen worse.
nice.
Well, I would just hang out and look at memes and stuff.
I think we're almost out of this deep tangent train vortex.
Yeah,
I think
All right, that was the first
Yeah.
nursery rhyme.
that was the first nursery.
This is a
rhyme.
deep dive.
I
John's
know.
looking up the 8th article we're gonna read. I assume.
No, I'm not. I'm just looking up another because I want to have context to see if we're anywhere close to
Okay.
the
I know
original.
that Mary Had a Little Lamb is actually just a children's rhyme about the birth and death of Christ.
What? No, I thought it was about an actual girl in the U.S. who had a lamb
No.
in the 1800s.
No.
It's a whole thing.
I'm pretty sure it's...
I'm fact
I'm
checking
realizing that I forget most of the words.
All right, how about this? Ring around the rosy.
a pocket full of posies.
Oh,
Asses.
that's
about the Black Death.
Asses? Did you say asses?
Ashes.
Yeah.
Asses.
Okay.
That-
Rule
that one I knew.
34.
Yeah. Right.
Asses.
A
We all
pocket full
found
of
down.
posers?
So yeah, if you guys don't know that, so the
Hey, what's up,
lyrics,
I'm Chad.
the
I
lyrics,
listened to it on tape.
the lyrics, if you do not know, are "Ring around the rosies."
Yo,
Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies.
Spit it
Ashes,
out.
ashes, we all fall down. Yeah.
you're not letting me throw my hot
Hush,
words
hush,
at the end.
hush, hush, we've all tumbled down.
Ting.
The Indian version of the poem is "Ringa ringa roses, pocket full of poses, hush shot, bush shot, all fall down."
I'll fall down.
An early version of the...
Klingon way to do it.
That's
An early...
Fall down.
fall down.
That's Indian abruptly cut off by Tarzan.
Yeah, pretty.
An early version of the rhyme occurs in a novel of 1885, The Homestead. A ring of roses, lap full of poses. Awake, awake. Now come and make a ring of
A
roses.
lap full of poses.
That honestly
I
sounds
thought it was
like
gonna be
a
a
That
death
sounds
love.
a lap full of poses. That sounds sexual.
There's a million here.
pretty much.
There's so many fucking versions of this.
Yeah, because these are like
Ringo, Rosen, Skon, Aprikosen, Wirkau, Blau, Würgensmich, all Kinder setzt sich.
Is that the German one?
John's eyes just rolled back into his head.
No, it didn't.
There are so many versions of this. Because think about it. In like the past 10
But
years,
yeah,
in the past 10 years, we've had like 3 different Spider-Mans, and these these are hundreds of years old. So there's like. Basically, what I'm saying is, in 100 years, there's gonna be some fucked up Spider-Man.
So I have some evidence here to back up Jacob's claim about it being the Black Death. Because it says here, the invariable sneezing and falling down in modern English versions have given would-be origin finders the opportunity to say the rhyme dates back to the Great Plague. A rosy rash, they allege, was a symptom of the plague, and posies of herbs were carried as protection to ward off the smell of the disease. Sneezing or coughing was a final fatal symptom, and all fall down was exactly what happened.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's fucked up.
Mary Had a Little Lamb, based on a real thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
An actual girl had a little lamb.
Interesting.
That's cool. So it's like Babe, but with a sheep.
And well, the neat thing with Mary Had a Little Lamb is that there's not much else to dive into because that's all the words.
Mary had a little lamb.
Little lamb.
Little
Lamb.
I mean,
Had a little lamb.
His fleece was white as the snow.
I
That's not
saw,
much either.
like, I have seen, like, a Mary Had a Little Lamb in, like, a, let's use air quotes, biblical interpretations, and it has, like, multiple verses. And it looked pretty legit.
There are more verses.
Okay, so here's the last one I want to talk about.
Whose fleece was white as snow, which
You ready?
in Newfoundland means brown, because
Brown.
the snow is dirty as shit.
Yeah, black.
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 So the last one I want to talk about is The Crooked Man.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, from The Conjuring 2?
The Crooked Man.
Are you taking a water break?
No, I'm just
He's
standing
stretching
up.
his lumbar.
Just gyrating?
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
that's good.
Can I get water?
Pleasure.
Hot. It's distracting.
I mean, yeah, might
These
as well.
Timbits are making me thirsty.
Now they know we have Timbits!
yeah,
you would.
Fuck, shit, cut it out! I'll bleep it out.
Start it over. We're 26 minutes in. Okay, now with that distraction, you can put in like a.
Technical difficulty.
Now,
Okay,
now you can go.
I'm gonna do the clap.
No, I have to get my water break.
Go get water in.
Hurry up.
Water break.
Go. Water break. Yeah.
I distracted them with
I have to pee.
Can we sword fight?
No. Wait, yes.
This went off the rails.
Hey guys, so Quinn's gonna be editing this later, and he's gonna think that there's just a gap in the audio here, but we're actually gonna have a little conversation, and Quinn's gonna get to listen to it later. Hopefully he doesn't actually publish any of this, because who knows where this is gonna go, so...
I'm gonna make sure I'm eating while we have the conversation.
Yeah, Jacob's gonna chew a Timbit loudly. Maybe that'll guarantee this doesn't get put up.
This is like
So Quinn's over getting water. I don't know if he realizes that he's gonna have to try to drink that water without gulping like
Quinn's a
an idiot
fucking
while we're
loser.
recording. Like, it's just gonna be so obnoxious.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, hey Quinn! Hey man! How's it going? You can have your seat back. My brother, who I deeply respect.
and love.
Oh my God! What the fuck happened?
Hey John!
I don't know. I think they were talking shit about you, John.
I kinda knew it. Alright, so I'm just gonna come back and be like,
Don't call it a comeback.
3, 2, 1.
don't call it a comeback. We've been here for
Several
26
hours.
minutes.
Oh my god.
So I was talking about the Crooked Man.
Yeah.
And, so...
The Conjuring 2.
Who's the crooked
No, not the Conjuring. Not the Conjuring 2.
Who's the crooked man?
The Crooked Man is another nursery rhyme.
And it goes like
Never
this.
heard of
It's fucking horrifying.
Oh,
Is
well,
it
that's
Humpty
not
Dumpty's crazy uncle?
No, but let me tell you. There was a crooked man, and he walked a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence upon a crooked stile. He bought a crooked cat, which caught a crooked mouse, and they all lived together in a little crooked house.
good. That's from the
Which-
Conjuring
That
2.
sounds fine.
Sounds fine.
Like they've all got it. You know,
But when
Is it
someone-
about Jeffrey Dahmer?
I don't know, and that's the thing. I've always heard the Crooked Man thing, and I've always thought it was fucking horrifying. Because every time I've ever heard it, someone was always telling it to me in like a fucking terrified voice.
well, like picture
Yeah,
it
like
without
The
the word
Conjuring
crooked.
Some dude.
Read it without the word crooked.
Just
All right.
the happy
There was
man.
a man. He walked a mile. He found a sixpence upon a stile. He bought a cat, which caught a mouse, and they all lived together in a little house.
Right, like
Sounds
what's the
fucking
wrong
The cutest thing I ever heard
Right?
in my life.
and it's
You
like
can finally buy that cat.
some people are crooked, they're contrary, but like as long as they get along together, that's fine.
Oh, the new Gandhi over here.
Yeah. So it says here the rhyme was first recorded by James.
Talking about?
It says here
That was bad.
the rhyme was recorded by James Hollowell in the 1840s. One legend suggests that this nursery rhyme originated in the once prosperous wool merchants' village of Lavenham,
Legend is a bit
about
strong.
70 miles northeast of London, having been inspired by its multicolored, half-timbered houses, leaning at irregular angles as if they are supporting each other. Because every time I hear it, it always sounds terrifying.
Right.
Oh!
Oh!
The crooked style in the poem was the border between England and Scotland. They all lived together in a little crooked house refers to the fact that the English and the Scots had at last come to an agreement despite continuing great animosity between the two peoples.
That's insane.
That's pleasant.
I would not have gotten that out of
I was thinking something way more terrifying.
I was thinking more along the lines of serial killers.
Yeah, same. I thought it was just something really... Because every time I always see something about the crooked man, it's always like... Oh,
I just thought there was just a man and his cat, and they were being fucking normal people. Like, what's the deal?
Turns
I
out
don't
it's
know.
political. Just
Choo-choo!
like everything we get.
What's up?
Just because I'm not mentally stable anymore. I just
Okay.
talked about like
That
serial
was a cool
killers.
time
Yeah.
to drop that bomb on us.
Like if you were going to be a serial killer, what would you base your MO around?
Who's reading topics today? Who's coming up with things to talk about?
I like
No, that's a good one, though.
like that's a question
But I don't
that
think
like,
I'd-
I ask myself.
I don't think I'd want to let the general public know about those things. Jacob?
Yeah, it's kind of incriminating.
Yeah.
I would because
I don't know if
I'm
that-
not going to be a serial killer.
I don't know if I'm gonna wake up
Right,
tomorrow and
of
Canada's
course.
not gonna fucking influence a purge to us.
Yeah, fair enough. I would do it around like sequences on a clock. Like I would go like 123, you'll find somebody, and then 456, you'll find another person,
Oh, that's cool.
or like
That's so clever.
1211, and then 1009, 908. You know,
Oh, that's
stuff like that.
cool.
That's the way I'd do it.
You wouldn't get caught for at least 3 murders.
Yeah.
Nice.
I would incorporate video games.
You're such a gamer, Connor.
I would go the hyper creative route. Just barrage them with so many clues and so much information they don't know what the fuck's going on.
I know what you do. I'd make a bullet hell,
Oh.
and you have to finish the bullet hell to find out what I did.
You die in the
Like,
game, you
I-
die for real.
I send them. I just send the exe like anonymously, and I say, "Hey, this is my game. I did a crime. You have to finish this game to find out what I did."
That's adorable.
Yeah, but Connor, you have to finish the game to actually send it out.
This isn't Mario Maker. I can just make it and not finish it.
Yeah.
It's very easy,
You
actually.
can just delve into the code of the game and be like, "Fuck, there it is. It leaks." Spoilers.
I'll
Shit.
encrypt it somehow. I don't know.
Yeah. So that crooked man thing is leading me into my next topic.
About crooked people.
No, it's about creepypastas.
Oh, here we go.
See, fun
we
fact.
talked about this in one of my university lectures today.
Yeah, I fucking love creepypastas for people who don't know. Like, when I was still in college, I would sit in class, like, every October. I still do it to this day, every October. I'll just go on, I'll just read creepypastas people have made. They're so good. My favorite author is Slime Beast. I don't
Yeah, I
know
know
his
they
real
were
name,
authors.
Classy.
but he makes a lot of really good ones. Like, he did The Egg, which is the one I, like, did on my YouTube channel a while
That's
back.
not a creepy story.
It kind of is. I kind of got some creepy vibes from it. Like, when you think about it, really. Because the guy just... I don't know. I really liked it.
Does he make a
I mean,
person
it's
come
a-
out of an egg?
It's a good
no,
story.
I'll send it to you later. It's really
I
cool.
like
Not
the-
me reading it, but I'll send you the
I like the
actual
messages
one.
in it, but
Yeah, the messages in it are really interesting.
that's not creepy.
No.
Would you guys rather read it yourself or have someone read it to you? Because I would rather read the creepypasta
Same.
myself.
Same.
I
Absolutely.
like
Because
I like
you
the
can
idea
have
of
someone...
audiobooks.
I like the idea of audiobooks too, but I also don't think that... I feel like audiobooks are only really good, for me anyway, if I've already read it.
It helps keep my attention if someone else is reading it, because reading is too lonely an activity for me to do.
No, because I
read it myself
when
and I'm
someone
like,
reads, if I
no
was
one gives
listening
it-
to an audiobook, it's more like someone's gonna give a connotation.
Yeah, the
I
reader,
think
the
the
reader
author-
imposes like an opinion and stuff.
Yeah, the reader imposes opinions on it when they're reading, with connotations of their voice and
Yeah.
such like that. But with
I don't know, for the most part for me, I feel like unless they're gonna read it in a way that opposes the tone of what's written, like if you had a light-hearted voice reading a spooky story, that would but they obviously wouldn't do that.
exactly, but that's the thing.
So I
is
don't
when-
find it intrusive enough.
But most of the time when you're
On my
reading a
end.
story, you're trying to just like basically give these characters your own thing,
Yeah.
give you the scenario, your own kind of spin on things. But if an author or the person reading it isn't doing that well, kind of defeats the whole purpose. You know what I mean? Because you're world building.
Yeah.
So that's why I kind of like rather reading it myself. But if there's like an audio version of a short story, I'll probably listen to it after I'm done reading it because they might be able to give more insight to it. But yeah, so the thing I just want to talk about was just creepypastas because they're really cool.
Yeah.
Do you guys like creepypastas?
I read a few in the days of my youth.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
ones?
I read one called
Ben Drown?
Psychosis. I didn't read that one.
No, you didn't?
No.
Oh man. What one?
I
did you
just
read?
saw like the images of it and I know the gist of it.
Okay, I got a story about that later.
I read
I'll-
one called Psychosis
Okay.
about a guy who's like, he himself I think goes kind of deep into the internet world,
Mm.
and then like I think he just kind of like basically goes up his own ass and convinces himself that no people are real anymore.
Oh my god.
And like, I don't know, I think he just convinces himself that everyone around him is trying to trick him into leaving his house and that no people actually exist and all the
That's
voices he
interesting.
hears like outside. I don't really remember all the details.
No, but that's
But
cool.
I found it creepy because I like read that at night alone and then I went to sleep and I woke up the next day and I was kind of just walking around my own house like I also read The Russian Sleep Experiment.
Yes,
which is,
that one's
that's
really
the one I
good.
read.
which is like
Yeah.
certified classic.
Oh yeah, that one's crazy.
Yeah, that was really creepy. They had, and like I watched the like YouTube video with it.
Yeah.
The YouTube video with it was probably better than.
Oh yeah. That's the,
I didn't know
that's
there
the
was a video.
Yeah, those are the small cases of like, it's really good when you read it and then you you watch the YouTube video of it and it's fucking phenomenal.
'Cause
They
it
did
had,
a
like,
really good job.
gross looking edits and
Yeah.
creatures.
That's a like disgusting story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of bodily fluids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't read it.
I would suggest it. It's really cool.
Great.
It's, yeah.
So, there was a creepypasta. Okay. Some context to this story before I tell it.
Not really a tangent, but I'll do one.
Okay.
Dude.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is part of this story.
Yeah, but you're going into the...
Oh, it's half, I guess. All right.
That's why I did one.
Yeah.
That's fair. So when I was a lot younger, like still in like junior high or maybe it was first year of high school, I don't know. I didn't know what creepypastas were. I just thought it was like I won't say I thought they were real because that's dumb, but Ben Drowned I thought was real.
Ben Drowned. I still haven't read Ben Drowned either.
Fuck.
I legit thought Slenderman was real for like a long time.
We
Yeah.
talked about this last week when you
Yeah.
were here.
Oh, yeah.
Marble Hornets. I was like almost convinced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was really spooky.
absolutely.
They did play it straight.
They do, which is good. But do you know the story of Ben Drowned, Jacob?
No.
No?
It
Okay.
sounds horrifying.
Okay, so my favorite game, one of my favorite games of all time is Majora's Mask, and I love it because it's fucking terrifying. Because when I was a little kid, do you know anything about Majora's Mask?
Not really, no.
Really? Okay.
Oh, Majora's
So
Mask is terrifying.
small context story. When I was really young, I'd go over to my cousin's house and she'd play Ocarina of Time, and she was like, "This is really cool." And I'm like, "Oh man, Zelda's so cool." So when I heard a new game was coming out, I was like, "I gotta get this game and get really good at it." I was 8, and I played Majora's Mask, which, for the people who know, is fucking dark. Like, super fucking dark. You have a 3-day time system. So you have to fucking there's a moon in the sky, and if you don't fucking finish the game in 3 days, that moon comes down and fucking kills everyone.
Whoa.
Straight up kill everyone.
That is stressful.
The city that you're in, like Clocktown, half of the people are like, they're all torn because half of them are like, oh, the moon's falling, we gotta leave, and the other half's like, no, fuck that, it's not falling, we're staying.
Weird.
Which is fucked. So you have like 3-day time limit system, and like the whole thing is really deep.
Tell them
and
about
heavy.
the farm lady. Isn't there a creepy thing with the farm lady and the cows or some shit?
Oh yeah, this aliens steal cows, but that's like a mini game thing. But
Okay.
the big deal, the main thing is that like it was a super dark game. I was really young and impressionable kid who just got told, if you don't fucking fix everything, that terrifying moon in the sky is gonna come down and kill literally everyone. Which, when I read about it, was like, this is fucking great. I'm also scarred for life now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pretty much.
But one of the things they have in it as well is the fact that they really nail in that no matter what you do, no matter how efficient, no matter how good you think you are at the game, there is no way to save everyone. You cannot do everything in that game in 3 days.
Wow.
It is impossible. And like it kind of drives home the point of like no matter what you do, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, oh fuck, I'm 8, I can't handle this shit.
You're
So-
doing this inner monologue. He's like, God damn,
so
I'm
that's
8
the
years
context.
old.
So that's the context of the story. So that's the context of the story of what Majora's Mask is like. So Ben Drowned is a creepypasta about someone who bought an N64 when they went to college because they were like, I have fuck all to do. I have no friends in this new town. But the whole story is done as like a video diary, or not a video diary, like a blog post of just like, I moved here. This place sucks. I went to a flea market. And this old man gave me this fucking N64 cartridge and like Majora's Mask, and he was like, yeah, the neighbor kid left all their shit here. And he was like, okay, whatever, I'll buy it. So he bought the game, and the first file in it when he made the game, when he booted it up, was Ben. And he looked at it, and when he looked at the file, it was like, oh man, he was at like the last place, and he almost did it, and it was the final day, and he just had to beat one more boss, and he would have been able to go and finish the game. And he was just like, oh man, that kind of sucks for him. And he's like, out of respect for the person who had originally owned the game, he's like, I'm not going to start a new file and erase it, I'll make another one. So he made another file and named himself, like, Link, as you would. But as you kept playing through it, it would show, sometimes the name would show up as Ben, instead of his name as Link.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, maybe it's just the fuck up in the game, whatever. And then other times he would come in and then Ben's file would overtake his. And be like, what the fuck? And some weird glitchy shit would happen in the game, and he would always be like, I'm gonna go buy a he would describe it in the game, but then he'd be like, I'm gonna go buy a capture card tomorrow and see if I can rig it up and put it on. And it's an emulation. He obviously did all this shit himself to make it look creepy, but it's fucking well done. Like, super well done. And the party where he was at, was the Stone Fall Temple, whatever it's
Tower
called.
Temple?
Yeah, Stone Tower. And you get this song that it's called the Elegy of Emptiness, and you basically just like leave a little stone thing of yourself, like a hollow statue. And depending on like what mask you're wearing, you can put a different one there. So if you're wearing a Goron mask, a little Goron Link shows up. And if you're wearing the DQ mask, a little DQ Link shows up. But the reasons those show up is because the masks you're wearing are the souls of dead spirits.
Oh.
So that's already fucked up
That's a whole
alone.
other part of the game.
Whoa.
That's a big part of the game as well, is that you take people's souls in these masks, and when you wear it, you become a Goron. You wear it, you become a Zora. You wear it, you become a Deku. Which is fucked up.
Okay.
So one of the things that happens is that when you wear the Goron mask, you don't become the Goron statue thing and leave it there. You become the guy who was dead, Darunia. Mikau was the Zora guy, and when you wear that, it's just a little statue of him, and he has, like, lifeless eyes. This is in the actual game. He just has lifeless as fuck eyes. And then, when Link plays it, little fucking creepy fucking thing shows up.
Reference here.
That's what's there, is that statue. And...
Ew.
But the
I
thing
haven't
is,
seen
it got people thinking, like, wait, it's only dead spirits that show up when you play... Link's dead in this game.
Yeah.
So, everywhere he would go in the game where it was glitching out, the song would play automatically, and then that statue would just show up and just sit there. And then it would just show up again and again and again, and we'd get closer to him every time, and he's like, what the fuck's happening? And he'd run out of one area to like load the screen into the next, and he'd be somewhere completely different. And it was just really fucking scary, and every time he'd like go back, he'd go back to the save files and it'd be like, what happened to Ben? And he'd go back to the save file and it would say Ben, and the second file would say drowned. And it's like, oh shit. So it's a really long, convoluted way of telling the story, but it's essentially what it is. It's super fucking creepy, and I loved it.
Is there like a YouTube video?
There is,
with it?
and yeah, it's shown all there.
Footage.
There's footage that's still all up there. I would really suggest checking it out. It's fucking terrifying. The long and short of it, I watched it when I was younger in like grade 9 or level 1 in high school.
Yeah.
And I thought that shit was real. And it fucked me up because that game already fucked me up when I was 8.
And you never played it again.
And I played it a lot more after that. I played it a hell of a lot more after I realized that game is an allegory for death and everywhere you go is just the 5 stages of grief.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Right? Zelda just got
That's the kind of shit
fucked.
Nintendo used to make.
Yeah. Also,
Now,
they made
now they
Majora's-
just create possessing hats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact,
Richard.
Majora's Mask was originally made in 6 months.
What?
Yep. Because they wanted to make a new game for the N64, but they didn't want to like have to rework an entire engine and shit. So Aonuma, the guy who makes all the Legend of Zelda games now, was like, Miyamoto, can we please make another game? And he was just like, all right, you get 6 months.
Huh.
He
And they made
posed
a
the challenge
classic.
to him, and he made this, and everyone was like, fuck.
I wonder if that's where they got like the 3 days thing from.
Yeah, that's where they got the 3
It's
days
their own
system.
situation.
Because they were just like, shit, we got no time. That's why there's so many reused assets from Ocarina of Time. That's why there's so much other shit like that.
Wow.
Like, developers actually had nightmares making that game. Like, Aonuma had a nightmare about the DQ. Like, the nightmare that Link has when he gets turned into a DQ for the first time. He had nightmares about that. And then when he woke up the next day and went into work, he was like, yeah, I got the nightmare DQ thing here. And he was like, fuck, that's exactly what happened to me. So he's like, oh, shit. So, yeah, creepypastas are super cool. Go check them out. Go read more.
Yeah, they make all the creepiness implicit with like Mario Odyssey when
Yeah.
they're possessing humans.
Mhm.
And it's like, it's a weirder, I want to say meme or existential kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because it's a hat.
Yeah.
It's a hat with eyes. It's a cartoon hat with
Oh,
eyes.
it's goofy.
It's
Yeah.
goofy.
You're not meant to think about it.
Yeah.
But there's just something about, I don't know, I think it works a hell of a lot better with older games because just the polygonal style and where you're
Yeah.
just like, oh.
And the thing is for me too, like,
it's rough around the edges.
I didn't really grow up with Nintendo 64.
That's fair.
It's like a little bit before me, so there's like kind of layer of mystery on it for me, where it's like, ooh, it's
N64
the
was
old game.
Yes.
And they didn't tell you
The old
everything back
gaming.
then either, right? Like,
absolutely not. You fucking had to figure that
just-
shit out yourself.
So like you don't know
Hand-holding
what's-
in games pretty much came
Yeah.
around GameCube.
What was that game? Just because I love the idea of this, but what was that game that was the first game to do that thing where you get partway through it and like the screen comes up that says the game crashed? It was
Oh,
like
was
a
that
horror game.
Deadly Premonition?
I thought that
think
was.
it was.
I remember that Batman Arkham Asylum did.
Oh yeah,
Arkham
Batman
Asylum
did
did
it.
it.
Batman did it and like PT did it.
PT did
But like
it.
I remember there was
It
like
was a GameCube game.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was a. I know Metal Gear Solid 2 did it.
Metal Gear Solid 2 did.
Metal Gear Solid 2 did it really well because it was like Colonel would come up and he'd be like, turn your PlayStation off right now. And he'd be very fucking serious and he'd be like, unplug it right now. Don't turn it off. Don't put the switch. Go to the power outlet and pull it out right now. And he'd be very fucking stern and you're like, oh fuck, what do I do?
what the hell?
Yeah.
You're actually supposed to?
No. He was just fucking with you the whole time because it's like a really weird psychedelic part of the game
Weird.
where he comes in and he starts spouting off about the Declaration of Independence and then he starts saying the Gettysburg Address and it's just a bad time.
There's a part in Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door on the train.
Oh
There's a ghost and you like have to deliver his diary to him, and he's like, whatever you do, don't read it.
Oh yeah.
And I played it the most recent time. I was like, I have to.
Yeah.
Just for the experience. You have to say, yes, I want to read it, like, 20 times.
You're just like,
It
are you
asks
sure?
you over and
You're
over again.
specifically told not to read this. You're like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's go.
And you click yes, and it's like, dear diary. The ghost shows up, and it turns off.
Yep.
The game turns off.
Wow.
And I had to go,
turns off.
and that's the kind of game where you have to go to an area and hit a save block to save.
Yeah. So that could
So I had
fucking
to do
put you
some.
back,
I had to do some backtracking.
but it was worth it.
Really.
That reminds me, I did something, I can't do spoilers, but I recently finished Nier Automata, and at the end of that, I had to do a thing where it asked, are you sure? A whole lot of times, and I did it, and then something with great consequence happened, and that's all I can say.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it's
vague as
definitely
hell,
good.
but I'm sure someone knows what you're talking about.
I mean, other
I'm the
people
only
who
one here. No.
play- Other people who played it will know, and it was wild. What a wild journey that game was.
Yeah.
Are you invested in that game?
No.
He was interested in it, but he doesn't want to play it.
What?
I have.
You have commitment issues.
Me and games have.
Commitment
Me and
issues.
games are in a rough patch. Okay. I'm right now on round 42 in Call of Duty Nazi Zombies.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That is.
But he won't start near.
That's my whole afternoon.
That brings up my next point. What's the most depressing video game you've ever played?
The most depressing video game I've.
Uh,
I was doing the Sandbox Gaming Charity Marathon a while ago, and I wasn't playing, but I was on like the stream for when they played To the Moon. Is that a game? It's like a narrative game with a really retro art style. The story is crushingly depressing.
It's heartbreaking.
It's like an indie drama film turned into a video game.
I don't really play games that are narrative driven.
Well, that's the thing. I wasn't playing. I was basically watching this weird pixely film.
I would say the most depressing game for me, Far Cry 3. Because the final decision of Far Cry 3,
that was
depending-
rough. That was rough.
depending on which one, like you chose, like they weren't great either way. But there was one. Well, can I spoil Far Cry 3?
I mean, it's been out a while.
Like you choose like your main lover per se. You sacrifice your like former girlfriend in a bloody mess.
Yeah.
Like rip her throat out with a very ceremonial dagger, and then you make love with this main lover character, and then she takes that very same knife and plunges it right into your sternum, and you basically learn that, okay, you just impregnated this chick, and then your child is going to be like the heir to the kingdom of the island that you were dropped on, and the screen just fades to black.
You're just like, fuck.
Yeah. Great game.
Yeah.
I thought of another one. Infamous 2.
Also,
The end of
yeah.
Infamous 2, if you pick the bad ending,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't remember it. I did the good endings always.
Oh,
Yeah,
dang.
same. I did all the good endings.
Which playthroughs? Choo choo. Which playthrough do you do first? Good
Good.
or bad?
Good.
Good.
Always good.
Always
for me.
good.
Well, for Infamous, I did evil because I knew Connor was doing good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
That's
was
fair.
fair.
Yeah, when my brother and me usually play games, he usually goes the renegade route. But the reason why I always usually do good is because there's a lot of shit you can do in evil in most games that can fuck up shit.
I
Like
can't
Fable, man. The original Fable. Fuck.
I can't bring myself to be evil in games anymore. I don't even kill animals in Minecraft.
No, yeah.
You need them for food.
There's
No, you
other
can.
foods
Yeah,
you
you can have other food.
I just
You
cut
can
down
be a
trees and
vegan.
pray for
That's hard
apples.
mode. Yeah, hard mode, vegan.
Yeah, I play Minecraft vegan.
So, oh God, depressing games.
I don't though.
Connor.
I use
Nier
them.
was also but
Nier
it was like
up
I
there.
was so interested in all of it. Like I didn't feel depressed about it, but I was like, damn, that's some real shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game looks like it. I feel like if I played that game, I would get depressed.
The thing with Nier is that it keeps on pushing it. Like you're
Because-
playing it and you're just like, wow, that's cool. Then it takes to a whole nother level. You're like, whoa.
All right.
It takes to a whole nother level, and you're like, whoa.
Let me,
Nier is like my brand of depressing.
Let
things.
me pose
Exactly.
it like this then. Have you ever cried at a game?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't remember honestly.
No,
I
don't-
can give you.
Don't say Metal Gear Solid 4.
I won't then.
You'll just
that's
think
one
it
of
very
them.
loudly.
I knew it.
You want me to cry like a baby? Show me the ending of Metal Gear Solid 4 and I will fucking open the floodgates every
Oh.
time.
You know what I find genuinely sad?
What?
The ending of Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
Why is that sad? Like, I don't know, just seeing Luigi, like, Luigi finally saves his brother.
And then he starts
and
crying
he tumbles
and
out,
he's
and
like,
Luigi
he's like,
cries, but he's laughing and pointing at his brother, but there are tears on his
Yeah,
face.
it's a happy
He's so
tears.
excited. I'm so
No,
happy I have my
Yeah, it's
brother
not
back.
sad. It's not
It's
sad.
happy
It's
tears.
happy tears.
Yeah.
It's happy tears moment.
Happy tears make
Do you
me
want
sad.
to? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna.
Happy tears make me sad.
I'm about
That's
to-
gonna be on our shirt when we make shirts. It's gonna be Jacob's
I'm about
face.
to,
Happy tears make me sad.
I'm about to embarrass myself
Please
right
do.
now. I cried at Gears of War. Twice. Twice.
You're right.
I
You
cried
embarrass yourself.
twice.
You have.
I cried. Well, I didn't cry the first game. I cried the second game, and I definitely cried the third
The
time.
tank people game.
Yep.
Yeah.
The gray and black, dirty game where you have a gun with a chainsaw bayonet made me cry twice.
You credit people with those proportions.
Yes.
Gray spheres shooting at each other.
Long story short, that was the first Xbox 360 game that me and my brother ever had, because he had the 360 and I had the Wii. So he would get that and we would play 2-player, and he'd be Marcus Phoenix and I'd be Dominic Santiago. And like, we've just developed such fucking interest with these characters. They were one-dimensional as fuck, but god damn it, I still loved them. So
I love them like my own children.
yes. So we played the second game, and the second game, the whole point of one of the characters, Dominic Santiago, is that when the fucking locusts came, they killed like all of it. They killed both of his kids, and his wife went missing.
Oh shit.
And his wife's been missing for like 10 fucking years. And he's still hopeful she's alive. And I'm like, no, there's no way, dude. There's no fucking way. But he's still hopeful. And you go down and you fucking get into like the catacombs of the earth. And they found out, they're like, oh no, they're kidnapping people and making them work in slave camps. It's like, there's a chance then. And then like you go down there and you're like, I know where she is. And you're like, oh fuck, where is she gonna be? And you finally go down there, you open it up, and like his wife walks out and she looks beautiful, and you're like, oh my god, like she's fine. And Dominic's like, oh my god, and he like hugs her. And then like Marcus is standing behind her and he goes, Dom, like she doesn't look that good. That was just what he thought she looked like the last time he's seen her. But then he looks back to her and she's like this decrepit, like, kill me kind of woman, and he's just like, oh my god. And then he's just like, I'm so sorry, honey, and he pulls out a gun, and I'm like, no! And all you hear is just like a gun. Put her out of her misery. There was no way they were gonna get her out of there. There was no fucking way they were gonna get her out of there.
But those gray spheres could get out. Is that weird?
They could, but there's no way. It looked like she was that like gross and decrepit. It looked like you could just like poke her and she'd go
That's just
into dust.
That's just emotional torment.
It
I don't
is.
like it.
Now, but after that, it was like, I'm gonna kill these sons of bitches, and then he kind of became a little bit mad, which is fine. But he didn't turn into like a brooding war hero after that.
Right.
In the third game, he like grew a beard and like got over it a little bit. Started growing tomatoes, and he kind of chilled out a little bit, which is fucked.
Quinn, you need to start growing tomatoes.
He identifies with the shape of the tomato.
Yeah. So
It brings color into his life.
long story short.
Why do I have to grow tomatoes? Fuck you, Jacob.
So in Gears 3,
I'm
they're like,
perfectly
we gotta.
stable emotionally.
So in Gears of War 3, they're like,
Never felt better. Jacob, John, Lee, Rich.
finish it.
Air kiss.
So, like I said, in Gears of War 3, you had a fucking moment where they had to get gasoline from like a town because they were like, we gotta fucking fill the junker and go.
Ah, been there.
Right? Ugh. So they had a moment where they did that, but they were like, oh, we stopped in this town, and Dom is like, this is my wife's hometown. This is where we used to live. I'm like, oh, fuck, don't do that shit to me.
Does he blow his brains out?
Well, no, he goes over there and he sees like the family grave where like obviously she's not buried, but his kids are. So he goes there and he takes off his dog tags and he like puts it on the fucking little angel thing. And then there's like a big attack and they're like, we got the thing fueled, let's go, let's get out of here. And he's like, you guys go. And he gets in the fucking thing and he starts driving the tank down and he's like, didn't think it would end like this, huh, Maria? And I'm like, no, don't do it! Don't fucking do it! Mind you, I'm playing co-op with my brother, and he's just like, holy fuck, and I'm like, don't do it. And then he fucking crashes the thing, everything explodes, he dies in the explosion, and the game still has like 3 more acts to go. And I'm like, I'm sitting here, and it's like the fucking Mad World is playing in the background, and I'm just like sitting here looking at the TV, and I looked at my brother after like that little cutscene happened, and then we go on to the next gameplay part, and I just paused the game. I looked at him, I was like, I can't play it anymore. I was like, I stopped for the rest of the day. I was broken. I was a broken man.
Hilarious.
It was like the day the game came out too. My brother was like, we gotta keep playing. I'm like, no,
I can't.
I can't do it.
enough for today.
I'm just emotionally attached. I get too attached. I told you when I watched fucking...
Your Name.
When I watched Your Name, I cried like 4 times.
I want to see Your Name. Is it good?
Connor, I cried 4 times.
Yeah, but is it good?
Yes.
There's
Fucking great.
one instance in like film, TV,
Entertainment media
where like I watched it for the first time and I hopelessly cried.
Yeah.
It was in
Finding
Smallville.
Nemo? Oh.
Smallville, the prequel to Superman with
I
Tom
don't know
Welling.
whose answer was lamer there, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? It was so weird. It was just after Jonathan Kent died of a heart attack, and Clark never got to say goodbye. And the main plot point of this episode was like Clark lost his dad's watch because he didn't have his powers or some foolishness. But at the end, he gets the watch back, and at the very end of the episode, he goes into his house, and his mom is watching old home videos.
Oh.
And it's like of Jonathan Kent and Clark, and they are like riding like some tractor vehicle, and they have a great underlaid sound piece with it, really, really nice. And the main point of that was basically to have Jonathan say goodbye through the home video, while Clark actually had his dad's watch on after he got it back, and then it just ends in just the two characters embracing and crying their eyes out.
Oh my god.
Damn.
This is what I mean. I just get way too fucking invested in shit like that.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk about how I was spooked at Luigi's Mansion, but I don't think it's anywhere near on these levels. I think it's worth talking about.
I remember playing Luigi's Mansion in the days of our youth. Like waiting until it was dark outside and turning off the lights and then playing Luigi's Mansion.
I remember that scaring the crap out of me. I was like 6 when it came out.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but like,
I was like...
you were really bad with horror anyway.
I was also really bad with horror. We talked about it last week.
You're really bad with horror.
So I'm there, Luigi, these ghosts are popping up. And then there's I was getting through it, like chugging through. It's all fine. Then, after the second boss, the power goes out.
Oh, fuck.
And when the power goes out, there's just so many ghosts. They're everywhere.
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
coming for you.
Oh, I thought you meant like in your house.
No, not in my
What the
house. No, in the game. Have you played Luigi's
That's why I was... Yeah, I know. I know it happens in the game. I just, for some reason, thought you meant in your house, and then you were like, and there's so many ghosts when the power's out,
But that's-
dude. I was like, what?
Suddenly nowhere's safe.
Choo-choo.
It's crazy.
Tangent train. You mentioned power outages. I remember me and Zach, when we were really young, we used to play The Sims, and Zach would love to, like, take away the door and, like, burn all the Sims in a house. Because we were children.
Apropos nothing.
Oh, yeah. So, one of the things we did, we made Chuck Norris, and because this was back in the day of, like, oh, Chuck Norris. Oh, man, Chuck Norris is a badass.
That's aged very poorly.
Oh, it has.
Oh, yeah.
So, we made that. We made Chuck Norris, and we put him in a house, and we started, like, putting garbage cans all around the fire. And then, like, the fire started burning, and Chuck Norris looked at the fire, and he didn't react. He didn't go, like, oh, like all other Sims do. He just looked at it. The fucking power went out. He never died. So me and Zach looked at each other like, we can't do that again, dude. We can't do that again.
You can't challenge Chuck
We can't
Norris.
fucking do that again.
That's hilarious. Chuck Norris shut off your power
Yeah.
so you wouldn't die in a dumpster fire.
But I loved because
This episode is called Chuck Norris's Dumpster Fire.
Yes.
oh my god. But yeah, ever since then we just like actually, you know what? Around that time I just stopped playing The Sims in general.
I've never played The Sims.
It's
Me neither.
really depressing. My girlfriend loves it, and I'm like, why? Because it's like, oh, you can put you have like a perfect life and build a cool house. I'm like, that's so depressing.
It does sound
I can have so many friends.
I would
can
rather
be,
play it near and listen to depressed robots tell me about all their feelings.
Yeah,
That sounds way better.
it's a hell of a lot better. Or you could play Persona. That's the one you should play. You should play Persona.
I don't have that much of my life.
You can
to
watch
invest.
Persona.
I'll watch Persona.
Yeah.
Is it the same story as the game?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not even like what if things to pick in the games. There's like alternate endings, but like it's just where you can end the game early. It's not true endings.
Weird.
Yeah, it's not like an A or B ending. It's like a and kind of keep going.
Okay.
That's cool. So what do you guys want to talk about?
I mean, are you out of topics?
Yeah.
Oh, really? You
Yeah.
had 2?
I'm actually out of topic. What?
How many did you
I
have?
had like 4.
Oh, okay. Oh,
kind-
yeah, right.
I just figured we can milk them out.
I just
way
assumed
longer
this was
than I
all
thought.
tangents, if I'm being honest.
Pretty much.
What's our time at?
We're at 1:04. 1:04.
That was
need-
great.
An hour and 4. But we took like a 3-minute pee break.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
You play that game, Catherine?
Yes.
Because I remember that was also played during one of the Sandbox charity streams, and
That's an Atlas.
whenever I went to that, I would always do like the night shift, so I would be there like, they'd be playing games and it'd be like 3 a.m. And I remember like, I wasn't like on the stream, but I was back in like one of the rooms hanging out with the other volunteers there.
Mm.
And whenever they got one of the like, kind of moral question things,
questions, yeah.
we would always talk about it for a very long time in the back.
Yeah, they're always like,
That
would
was
you
sick as
cheat?
hell.
And it's just like, ugh. It's
Yeah.
always like weird things like that.
Weird relationship morals.
Is that game worth playing?
Do you like puzzle games?
I mean,
Because the gameplay is puzzles.
It's it. The
I
game
mean,
is puzzles.
as long as it, I mean, I wouldn't play it just for the puzzles. You know, like I didn't play Nier because I wanted to play a beat 'em up.
That's fair. It's really good. Yeah, it's hell of a lot shorter too. And there's there's multiple endings too, so you should good. You'd like it.
Neat.
It's an Atlas game, so it's got a lot of anime.
Really fucking horny.
No,
No?
actually.
What? I thought that was the whole point of the game.
Well, kind of. Not really.
That
The
was
whole point of the
horny.
game is just like it's about Vincent, and he has a girlfriend named Catherine with a K.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want to settle down, I want to have kids, you know, and he's just like, "Ah, commitment. Pretty much. So then he goes
John
out with his
sums up
buddies.
the entire male ego.
Yeah.
commitment. That's it.
So he goes drinking with his buddies, and he meets another girl named Catherine, but with a C.
Mm-hmm.
And he wakes up the next day, and he slept with her, and he's like, oh, fuck.
What's the proof that he had slept with her?
Because he wakes up the next morning and he's next to her and she's like, last night was fun. And she's like wearing his t-shirt and no underwear or whatever. Actually, there's a really funny...
Why are you trying to disprove the facts of the game? Why are you calling into question, how do we know his name is Vincent?
Yeah, but
Does his birth certificate show up in the game?
Yeah, it's on the wall.
I feel like that would be a good drama point. Like,
Is this game
There's
of
a really
fiction?
there's a really funny mechanic they have in the game though where you can check your phone and like text like Catherine or other Catherine.
Oh, that's neat.
Or
And, like,
Catherine.
But the fuck thing is that like you'll get texts from Catherine with a C and like she'll send you like really naughty pictures. And like, oh shit, you're not. And then like, if you
slide in them DMs.
well, no, it's funny because
shit.
you open your phone and if you try to look at it when you open your phone, it shows the picture for like a split second, and then he puts his phone away. He goes, "I can't look at that out here in public." So you have to walk into the bathroom and sit in one of the stalls for you to look at the picture.
That's funny as hell.
It tells you, like, even if you're in the bathroom with no one else around you, you still can't look at it. You have to sit in the stall.
And you said this game isn't really horny.
It's not.
Okay.
I promise. When you play it. And the bosses are great.
There's bosses in
Yes.
Yeah.
Because most of the game is, it's a
They're
puzzle
big
game. and
anime metaphors.
You
for
climb
different
blocks.
commitment Things.
Yeah, you climb blocks. And, like, you have to push
it's in
and
his
pull
head,
blocks.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's all, like, he has nightmares every night.
Yeah. And,
And you're playing the nightmares.
Games.
Your nightmares are puzzle games where there's like the blocks keep falling down on the bottom, so you have to keep going and climbing up as fast as you can by pulling and pushing blocks connecting and stuff. So that's how the game is played. But the bosses are like, there's something on the bottom and they're like fucking with stuff above you or whatever.
I see.
Because like one of them is like, and they're all like
One of
his.
them's like a giant demon.
they're all
baby or
yeah,
something.
they're all his insecurities. So one of them is just like, "Daddy!" And he's just like, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" Like it's rated M too, so he actually is like, "Oh fuck!" And he like starts climbing.
Shit,
great.
Jesus.
So
Satan is his daddy.
we're at the end of the podcast now, and I know I wanted to save what I got for Valentine's Day to show Jacob, but I kind of want to show him and like have everyone's reaction in audio only.
Yeah.
So no one else can hear it, or at least know what it is. So
Can I guess?
You can. So, my girlfriend got me something for Valentine's Day, and I love it. I'll let you take it from there. It's something that you don't understand.
Oh, it's someone with anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Is it a
That's not-
sex toy?
No. Wait. No.
You had to think?
He did, yeah.
All right, Jacob, look at the microphone.
We've seen it, by the way.
Jacob, look at the
I'm
microphone.
looking at the microphone.
We've seen the thing, by the way. Only Jacob has not seen it.
All right, Jacob, you can turn around now.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! John!
I don't know where my hands are. I'm sorry.
Oh god! Where do I look? Oh wow!
You're right. I should just turn it around.
Oh wow!
Did you say you don't want it
No,
described?
don't tell anyone what it is.
Oh, we can't? Oh, no,
No.
I was going to describe it, but I won't.
No.
John, like,
Mind you, I didn't ask for this. Just feel it.
no!
Feel it. It's soft.
I hope it would be.
It is.
Oh.
I'm paying close attention to all the clues
All
you're
the
giving.
details.
I want to feel it.
It's soft.
Oh, it is.
I actually I was joking about it for a while, and then I went to bed, and I was like, it's actually a good. It's good.
But like,
It functions. It's just I can get
John,
a new
it's
one.
an alien.
No, it's not.
Then why is it blue?
It's a slime girl.
Oh, what? Okay, can I get background to what this is?
You
Like,
can,
what the
yeah.
hell is?
It's
why?
That's one of the anime we're gonna show you.
John
Why?
Let me just say that
John
that's
exits.
not hashtag not all anime fans.
Yeah.
Oh.
It looks bad. It looks bad. That looks bad. But I promise. I promise.
So many questions.
It's not.
I have so many questions.
All right. Well, and now you're an hour closer to your weekend.
And so, with Jacob's mind wrought with horrible questions about girls of slime and John's tastes, the podcast did end that week. And
Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Is this where you're going with this?
I don't know. I was going with some kind of ominous narration at the end because I want to start building podcast lore, deep, Donkey Kong lore level.
Are you
Podcast lore.
basically trying to set up Once Upon a Time and then Happily Ever After kind of shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just end the podcast? Can I just end the podcast?
Yeah, you can.
No,
Are you gonna go out hot
I was
you
gonna.
came in?
No, I was
You can
gonna.
press-
I
you
was
can
just
press
gonna
the
end
space bar whenever
it.
you
No, I'm just gonna end it with like dead silence for a bit and be like, "It was a body pillow."
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
Wait, where's your silence?
It was a body pillow.